Hi, I'm Laura Van Eerd, and together with my co-authors, we are excited to present our results from the long-term experiment at the University of Guelph Ridgetown campus. Cover crop adoption in Canada and elsewhere is relatively low, despite it being recognized as a sustainable practice. There may be an opportunity to incentivize cover crop adoption by quantifying soil health, and in particular, valuing soil carbon stores based on projected carbon trading. Our approach was to utilize my long-term cover crop experiment, which was initiated in 2007 and repeated in 2008. This Gantt chart shows grain and processing vegetable crops grown over the 8-year rotation, noting the length of time the cover crops were in place. In addition to the no cover crop control, there were 4 cover crop treatments, all of which were soil sampled to the 15-centimeter depth. As a measure of soil health, we quantified surface soil organic carbon. At both sites, there was greater soil carbon with the cover crops than without, by 5 to 12%. Soil organic carbon tended to be lower with oats and greater with treatments containing cereal rye, which was consistent with the length of the growing season and above ground biomass accumulation. Profit margins were calculated using regression analysis on ratios relative to the no cover crop control on a per plot basis. Revenues were based on crop yields and soil carbon stores. We used the projected 2022 value, which is $50 per ton of carbon. Only expenses associated with the cover crops were included. Significant profit margins from the processing vegetables were positive, and that was attributed to the slight yield increases and the high value of the vegetable crops, which was not observed in the grain system. Regardless, over the 8-year rotation, when we accounted for carbon gains, we observed positive profit margins. To conclude, in our long-term cover crop experiment, we observed positive profit margins with cover crops, but not in the grain systems. By planting cover crops 6 times in an 8-year rotation, we observed significant gains in soil organic carbon. By evaluating this carbon sequestration, economic analysis indicates up to 13% increases in profit margins, which significantly suggests the need to incentivize this sustainable practice. We sincerely thank our funding partners.